Alan Solarsh here, the Passive Income Guru, and I'm doing a video testimonial with one of my clients, Tim Love from the UK. So welcome, Tim. It's nice to meet you, finally. So just tell us a little bit about yourself there, Tim.
Yeah, so my name's Tim Love. I'm a married dad of three. I live in Surrey, which is south of London, if you know the UK, fairly close to Gatwick Airport if you've flown in. I've got three kids. My youngest is 11, my eldest is 16. Supposed to be doing his exams around now, but of course with the COVID-19 thing, everything's cancelled. We're all on lockdown here in the UK, like you guys. Yeah, so I'm an ex-police officer. I was medically retired from the police almost another lifetime ago now. In 2003, I was seriously assaulted whilst arresting someone.
Wow.
And it's one of those occupational hazards, mate. We joined that job with the knowledge of that potentially could happen to us. Of course, you always think it happens to someone else. It never happens to you, does it?
Sure.
You fly around with your underpants on the outside of your trousers thinking you're Superman. But, so I was fairly well looked after by the police. I retired officially at 31. So, from a young man's point of view, it was a bit of a bizarre situation. I was left with injuries that basically meant I couldn't have a normal job again. So I've only recently come out of hospital again. I was in hospital in November having an operation on my spine. So I've had several operations on my spine over the last 15, 20 years. Mm. So that was me. And at that point, we didn't have kids. Kids arrived, and when they did, we just did a basic role reversal. I was getting a pension from the police. So my wife works for the NHS. She's a radiographer doing MRIs. She's very busy at the moment, of course.
Sure.
With all of the hospital full to the brim. Mm. So we had a basic change around. I became Mr. Mum, and she became the person who went to work. It's very common now. So yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate in that extent that I have a good pension from the police. It's not one that allows you to live extravagantly, but you can get by on it. It's a basic money coming in. But obviously, since then, I've had to do stuff myself. So I've basically worked from home, doing bits and pieces on the computer, attempting to do jobs for people. And that's generally how I've made my income since. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's me. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thanks so much for your service, and your wife as well. It's just amazing that you guys give of yourself to help others, and unfortunately you landed up in quite a serious predicament, but at least you're making money, and you're taking care of your kids, so you don't feel totally useless and invalid.
Well, you think about that, for most blokes you don't get that chance, do you? So
yeah.
I'm quite lucky. I've seen my kids grow up since they were the kids all the way to young adults now. So yeah, I don't. Whilst I do miss being in the police, and certainly at the time now, with my wife going to work, it was easier me doing the dangerous job than my wife doing the dangerous job. If that makes sense.
Sure,
she's
sure.
now.
Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy what's going on with this lockdown worldwide. So now, Tim, you found me online. I mean, we've never met before. You were obviously looking for. Were you looking for a Forex concept, or were you looking just for passive income, or what were you looking for?
Yes. So passive income is something that I've done before in MLM or anything like that with home run business. And so, from my perspective, a business that has passive income in is the best kind, because you just get a customer once, and then eventually you're getting payments every month. So yes, I wasn't particularly looking for Forex. I was basically searching on YouTube, and you popped up. One of your videos popped up.
Awesome.
And I think, like most people, I sat there and watched it, and I thought, bloody hell, it can't be that easy. Come off it. And so I watched a few more, and then I then took that nervous step of signing up and joining and not knowing what was going on. I didn't even have a clue about how the financial markets were being affected by the COVID-19.
Sure.
So that's how away from it. I'm not daft. I've got a university level education, but I've never involved myself in trading or that kind of thing before. I've done Betfair, which is it now runs on a platform that's very similar to the trading platform. There's very similarities between that. But with that, of course, you're betting on 22 blokes running around kicking a bag of wind.
Right.
That the outcome of that could be anything. It's down to the whim of the players, isn't
Sure.
it?
So you can like, if you understand the sport, you can stack the odds in your favour, but it's still quite a large gamble.
Yeah, of course. So I joined, and then I didn't realise at the time of all this what was going on. So you guys were all working obviously on the markets, and you said to me at first, don't do anything, just wait and see what happens. So eventually you said to me on the 16th, okay, you're okay to set yourself up now with strategy 3. And at first you said have 7, but then you changed your mind to 4, and I'm thinking, why is he doing this? And I'm just doing as I'm told. And then suddenly I turned this thing on, and every day since the 16th, it's the 31st of March, I started this on the 16th. Every day since the 16th, apart from weekends, because there's no trading, of course, that thing has run on autopilot. That robot has made me money. It's just outrageous.
Yeah. So I've shared my screen with you, and I just wanted to. So this is your MyFix book results. So let me just explain to the public what they're looking at. Basically, MyFix book are the auditors in the Forex world. You upload your results from the MT4 platform, which is the retail platform that us retail Forex traders use to trade Forex. You upload your results into this platform, and they give you a graphic representation of what is basically happening on your account. You cannot manipulate these figures. They come directly from the MT4 platform, which is just not possible to manipulate. So this basically gives a person that is viewing your account an indication of whether you're profitable and making money. So far, since the 16th, you have made a total of 13.19% return on investment. So it's just a little under a month, which is quite amazing. Are you happy with the results?
It's 20 days. It's 2/3 of a month. It's absolutely fabulous.
Well, it's less because it's less the 2 weekends. So it's 20 days less 4. So it's really 16 trading days.
But the thing with this is that I quite like this when that came up in your videos, because it kind of keeps it honest. As you say, it's the independent side of it.
Yes.
So when you scroll down on this,
yes,
because I was clueless before, and you get to where it shows you about your risk. So risk of ruin, I think it's just above where you are now. If you click risk of ruin...
Oh, yeah, yes. There you go.
It's less... Look at that. I mean, what kind of statistics is that? I mean, it's just unbelievable. If I would have seen that before, I'd have thought you were a snake oil salesman, It's just an outrage.
Yeah. Cool. So Tim, how have you found the service so far from our company, and how have you found the interacting with the other investors on the Telegram channel?
So it's all been a learning experience for me, obviously, because of the fact that I didn't come from that kind of background before. You yourself, you've been sending me private messages. So, I mean, how much better could it be than that, And you didn't know me from Adam at that point, but you did send me messages, and they were explanatory, and you were telling me where to go, so I was doing all the various things. The videos, the way that they're set up, it's easy. You just watch the video, pause when you pause, do what you've said, come back, each point you click almost, paint by numbers. So, I mean, from someone who has no clues point of view to someone who's experienced, you've covered every base. And the various different Telegram groups, of course, when you're new, you're always a bit nervous about posting to things like that, because you don't know what other people are going to be like. But everyone's been fairly friendly. They've been encouraging. Of course, they've all seen results like what you're showing on the screen at the moment before. But for me, it's like a gobsmacking moment. It's like, wow. You always think there's something like that out there, but you never think you're going to stumble across it by accident. So now I'm waiting for it. Every day I come down to the office at the end of my garden, and I can't wait to switch the machine on and have a look to see what it's done. And that just sounds completely cliche. It's like I've become the snake oil salesman. But this is it.
Yeah, it's amazing how few people actually understand what is available out there, and that passive income is. It is there. Look, I mean, it's not. I don't believe that anything is 100% passive. I think everything needs to be managed. I mean, even property. I've said it before. Property is not 100% passive income. You've got to manage your tenant and you've got to manage your property. One of the two. And if you can give your property to, let's say, an agency that's going to manage your property for you, but then you need to manage that agency. So nothing is 100% passive, and including my robot. But I'd say it's about 95% passive income. We've got 3 different strategies that you can choose from, which is great. And then, I mean, nothing's set in stone. If you want to play around with the settings and create your own strategy when you get more experienced, you can also do that too. So far, have you traded manually with the robot, or has it just been basically plug and play for you at this point?
So on Friday, when there was that big run with the euro and the dollar, I couldn't help myself but get involved because everyone else was on the group doing it, and it was almost like a tally-ho, fox hunting, and everyone was chasing it up, and I made a fortune. You can see on the bar graph.
Yes, I can see here that you definitely. This must be the Friday over here.
Yeah, so that was Friday, me doing some manual trading as well as the bot doing it as well.
Right.
And all it was doing, following it along.
Right. So it was the 26th Friday? I'm not 100% sure. Let's just have a look at the date on Friday. It's Thursday and Friday. So Thursday was the 26th and Friday was the 27th. So it's around about, yeah, that's great that you made that kind of money.
Yeah, last week.
There you go. So it was manual trading that you did. So it was a combination of both the EA and manual trading, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So Tim, where do you see yourself going in the next 3 to 5 years with the software? What are your dreams and aspirations? And
well, you asked me what my goal was back around the 16th. And I said to you, I want to be my goal, because obviously you don't know what to expect. I want to be one of those people that you interview on a video, wasn't it?
Yes.
So not only that, I said also to post in the group Telegram area that I'd started to make a profit, and so I've hit those 2 goals fairly quickly.
Okay.
And I said to you, the next one, I want to buy a Ford Mustang.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, it's, from my point of view, it's my dream car, and it's completely impractical because I've got 3 kids. There's not enough seats in it, so there's only 4 seats. So I mean, my wife.
You're allowed a toy, Tim. You're allowed to have your toys.
Yeah, there you go. So that's my next goal. It's going from making a video and commenting to getting a Ford Mustang. We'll take it in massive steps.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. It's a nice goal to have. I'm sure if you continue the way you are continuing, you'll have enough to do that real soon.
Well, if it carries on going the way it is, I mean, where else can you get 13.19% growth? It's an outrage.
You know, what's funny is, that I agree with you. I mean, these kind of returns are insane. I mean, if you invest your money with the traditional method, with a traditional investment house, you'll be lucky to earn that in a year. Here you've done it in less than 20 days. You've done it in 16 days, which is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. If I could do it, anyone can. It's just an outrage. I still got to pinch myself in the morning when I come down and turn the computer on.
What does your wife, the nurse, have to say about what you're doing?
I'm not told yet. I'm not told.
She'll be spending it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
They have to make larger trades, can't I? So that's my goal.
Yeah, just don't over leverage it. Your account is leveraged, so just don't get rambunctious and take chances. Just go easy and trade safely and use proper risk management.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep down to 2%, like you said.
Yeah,
so the lot management has worked out fine for me, and of course that also being the robot doing it for you, it takes any of your own thoughts and feelings away.
100%.
So you just got to trust in that, and it's not down to you then. You just believe that the system will work, which it does, and so it does. It's fabulous.
Thank you. So what advice would you give viewers on YouTube or viewing my website right now? What would you say to them about the software?
I'll just earn some money. Did you hear it beep?
So this is a total no-brainer.
So you said in one of your videos, if time's not now, when?
Yeah.
I don't know which video it was, but you said that. That really stuck in my mind. I think that was my trigger when you said it, because you've done all that explanation. And then the last thing, if the time's not now, then when?
Yeah, if not now, then when? If not this, then what?
Yeah, exactly. So I think just go for it. It's so, with the micro account as well, it's so well managed because of the fact it's not dealing in huge amounts of money at a time. It kind of gets you used to making the trades. You've got to keep, as you tell me, you've got to keep remembering to move the decimal point 2 steps over.
Yeah.
Because you look at it at first thinking, oh my God, there's thousands, but it's not. You've not moved the decimal point over.
Okay, so let me just explain that to the public that are watching this. This is a US dollar cent account, which means that the numbers here are in cents. So to get back to dollars, you would move your mouse or the comma 2 decimal places from right to left, which means that you have $1,266. That's your balance, and you deposited $1,119 into your account. So you've made a profit of $147 in 20 days. The cost of the EA is in the first month $97, and then the second month thereafter is $147. So you've more than covered your EA, the cost of the robot, in your first 16 days of trading, and the rest of the let's say 8 days is pure profit. And there's the minimum is $1,000, but there's no maximum here. The more you invest, obviously, the more return on investment you get, and the less of a percentage the cost of the robot is on your capital.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, the question for you, you've just answered that, is that I think I'll be putting more money in, because you've got to trust it to start off with. And if you start off with $1,000 or what the equivalent, the reason why it's such a weird amount is I transferred it in euros. I assumed it was euros being talked about, and then when the euro was transferred from pound to euro to then dollar, that ended up being that bizarre figure.
Okay.
But yeah, from my perspective, I will be looking to put more money in, and I'm certainly not going to be taking any money out. I want to build the pot up because, get over to one of the bigger accounts as quickly as possible, get to that 5,000 mark, and then I can move over to the next level with it.
Right. So I want to talk about your comment there about you don't want to take anything out. I believe in enjoying my money. So I do, I think an 80-20 mix is a good mix. 80% reinvestment, 20% enjoy your money. It's all up to what you guys feel. Just to let you know, I'm not an investment coach. I'm not approved to give advice, so I don't give advice. What I do is I sell software, and I give different strategies of what is capable of your account. What I can do is I can tell you what I would do if it was my account, and if it was my account, then I would invest 80% and take out 20% and enjoy a little bit of the money. As that makes it real. If you're not enjoying the money and you're just reinvesting it all the time, it just it doesn't make it real. And we need to be a ticking off those little items on our bucket list, and having fun with life as well.
Yeah, that certainly is important, and with having 3 kids, it's that the money's not always around. With wife working in emergency services and me being on the emergency services pension, so certainly I will take some money out, but the overall aim for me at the moment is attempt to make the pot a bit bigger.
Yeah, make the pot a bit bigger, absolutely, but you need to actually write down your money rules and say, right, I'm going to invest X amount, I'm going to get my account to X amount, this is what I would do, get my account to X amount, and then when I'm at X amount, I can start like drawing a little bit of the cream and maybe take that dream holiday, take your kids away, maybe buy that Mustang, moving to a bigger house, who knows what you want to do. But the point is that you need to be enjoying the fruits of your, I can't even say your labor, because it's not really anything that you've labored over.
It's an exciting thing to do. You said at the very beginning in one of your messages that it's a bug, you'll get caught by it.
Yeah.
How exciting it is. And it certainly is. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
However, there is, of course, you have the ability to overthink it and to try and work out why and what for. I think that's the hardest part for me, is just to let it go and to do it, rather than for me to be interfering with it. Because it obviously works. The rules work. Let the rules carry on. And then if needs be, when the manual stuff is needed to be done, then jump in and help it, but try not to jump in before it's too early, just let it run.
I don't know if you've gone through my Learn to Read a Forex Chart course. Have you gone through a little bit of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is it starting to make sense for you? Are you starting to... Does my system work?
So, like anything, I suppose, there's a learning curve, isn't it? You don't expect to be an expert in something immediately. It's a certain amount of reading and digesting that you have to do. For me, I find the method that you deliver it easy. So generally, I can pick up on keywords that you've used anyway when you're doing a video. So if I then need to do some more research, I'll be typing in those words into Google or whatever to try and find out what exactly that means. Obviously, I've got maybe a bit more time than everybody else because I'm at home anyway.
Yes.
But, so it does give me the ability to spend that time doing some research.
Sure.
But my knowledge has vastly improved in the 20 days or whatever it's been. So it's been like a schooling. It's an education as well as fun. Yeah.
You talk about being busy. I learned a very good lesson also in my MLM days. A couple of years ago, one of my mentors stood up and he said, don't confuse yourself with busy. There's busy working, going around in circles, and there's busy actually, moving forwards. And a lot of people get caught up in being busy just for the sake of being busy, and that's not what we want to do here. We want you to be busy in the right kind of way. He said something so valuable that has stuck with me for years. He said, get good at something worth getting good at. And Forex for me was something worth getting good at because it's something that it's a skill that can never be taken away from me. And now in these times of uncertainty where the economy is in total meltdown, very few people are earning money right now at this moment. And we are probably about 0.1% of the world that are actually able to earn and make money. So I implore you all to, number one, learn how to read a Forex chart by visiting my course, which is free. And number two, get involved with the EA and start making exponential growth with your money so that you're able to take care of not only yourself, but your friends and family and loved ones.
From your Forex course, you talk about the second candle above the line, right? So with that, you can make money anyway. It's that information you should charge for.
Yeah.
As soon as you watch it, it happens every single time. Wait for the second candle, bang, and it's done. Not that I'm doing anything while doing it for me, but
that should be taught at school. It's so simple, the strategy. Listen, Forex is simple. It's not necessarily easy, but it's simple. And the reason I say it's not easy, it's because you've got to get your mindset under control and your psychology. Once you've got that under control, then it becomes easier and easier. And it's a journey. It's a journey for everybody. And it's going to be a fabulous journey for you. I'm sure you're going to love this. Once you've touched Forex, you'll never touch other affiliate programs. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this, and I've done it all. You said you said you didn't know me from Adam, and it was a risk for you, and I want to address that, because you would think that you being in the UK and online shopping is like a norm, and everybody does it. In South Africa, it's frightening for a lot of people. There's a lot of scams out there, and people need to be cautious. So what were you apprehensive about initially?
I think having the job that I used to have makes me automatically cautious anyway. And so you're worried initially about whether you're going to lose your investment, aren't you? So that's so your initial investment. So from that perspective, that initial investment, the majority of it doesn't even go to you anyway. It goes to a broker, so you've not lost it.
Yes.
So there is no risk from that perspective. So if your system doesn't work, you can still then take your money out of the broker, because you're not keeping it. So there is no risk.
Okay.
It's the ability to just go with it. If not now, when, like you say, that will be the thing that's tripping people up, because there's no other risk. The risk is that goes off to a broker, so you haven't got that person's cash.
Yes.
So that's what I would say. There is no risk. I'm very cynical from doing what I did for a living. You're always questioning stuff. Always question. So from my perspective, it wasn't as much a leap of faith. I obviously did my due diligence. So I think from that perspective, people shouldn't be worried. They should just go for it and then see how far the rabbit hole goes for them.
100%. Well, thank you so much, Tim. I really appreciate your time and your honesty. I wish you and your family safety during this time of lockdown. It must be incredibly tough with your wife being at the hospital, surrounded by sickness and illness, and the devastation that is going around. So from my wife and myself, we send you love and light, and I look forward to seeing more testimonials from you on the groups, and I hope that you get that Mustang real soon. The Mustang, the showroom's just down the road. I walk past it. Go and drive the car. Get in, go and take a test drive, and start meditating and getting your mind into that manifestation state of you making more money and getting that Mustang.
Yeah. Focus on it.
Focus, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you. From my perspective, my wife going out doing that job, for me, I much preferred it when it was me doing the dangerous job. Now the table has been turned.
Cool. So to my viewers out there, I just wanted to tell you that if you're on my website, please fill in your details now. Go and check the presentation. Go and see what my EA is all about. We've got 6 years trading history on the EA, and take a leap of faith. Coming from a policeman that is skeptical, he's telling you how it is. He's told you the honesty and the integrity of the product and the group and the other investors. So, I've got testimonials from accountants, policemen, entrepreneurs, and the testimonials are just going to keep on coming out. It's time that you took the leap of faith and started making some passive income and some money, some exponential growth on your money. So fill in your form on the website. If you're watching this on YouTube, just open up the comment section. The link to my website is there, and come and join us and come and have fun with us. And I really want to thank you, Tim. We'll speak to you soon.
You know that I'ma do